Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you.
Unmute me.
Okay, goodness.
You changed here, Gallery. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's go with Megan Rapinoe. If you have a question for tonight's goal scorer, please raise your hand. And Jeff Carlisle's first. So go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Aaron. Hi, Megan. I saw a quote from you last month where you said that we still need our punch in the mouth that we haven't gotten yet. So I'm wondering, where on the punch in the mouth scale does this game rank? And how valuable was it to be in a position to play from behind?
Still got all my teeth in here, so that's good. I mean, this whole trip, that's exactly what it's going to be. It's a lot to travel overseas at all. Just asked our staff about that, but certainly during COVID and all of the other things happening, and to play two of the best teams in the world is exactly what we need. Obviously, She Believes Cup is normally a lot of those teams in it, and I think it's fair to say that the competition was lesser in the rankings than it normally is, and so I think we were able to have our way a little bit more. So this is a great challenge. It was awkward because there's no fans. At least in Orlando, we were at least able to have 4,000 fans or whatever it was. Having to travel away against a very good team, always organized. They scored a fantastic goal on the first one. I'm sure there's a few things that we could have done better, but that's the game. They scored a great goal. So even throughout the whole thing, the whole game, I was kind of thinking this is exactly what we need. We didn't play well. We were very sloppy. Tactically, we needed to be a lot better, and just individually. But those are the games where you kind of have to dig in and, all kind of look at each other. And I felt like the second half, parts of the second half, definitely the end of the second half, was a better response. And in the end, I think we had a couple really good chances to win the game. Obviously, we pulled one back, but, to be able to create those chances at the end of the game is huge. I think that creates a lot of confidence for everyone. And the next game is going to be a great game as well. Looks like France just bopped England one. So those are obviously two very good teams. I know France is missing a lot of players due to COVID, but didn't seem to slow them down. So looking for another tough game. I mean, I think the more competition, the more we can, as I said, get punched in the mouth, the better, because I think Tokyo is going to be one big punch in the mouth. Just the heat and traveling and the Olympics, and who knows what the COVID situation will be like. And the Olympics is always just super tough. So it was, I would say, a punch, but we took it pretty well.
Well said.
Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Meg. Thanks, Jeff. Let's go to Steve Goff. Go ahead, Steve.
Megan, did you get a good look at the foul that led to your penalty kick when Kelly went down? It seemed like it was right on the edge of the box, and whether it was deserved penalty or what your thoughts were on it.
Looked good enough to me. We don't have VAR, so I'll take it. I'm not asking any questions. It looked like she was, right on or close to the line. I thought she was inside. I haven't seen the replay or anything yet. So I'm not sure, but just tried to. It was almost a little bit nerve-wracking than other penalties I've taken, just because it's dead quiet and there's nothing going on. And I was like, should I take off my gloves? Oh, no, that's going to cause a scene. I'm like, then she's going to think like I'm in my head about something. So, just tried to, step up and be calm. But, I'm never going to argue for myself getting a penalty kick. That's for sure.
Thanks, Megan.
Thanks. Let's go to Alonzo Contreras. Go ahead, Alonzo.
Thank you. How are you, Megan?
Hi there.
Hey, Megan. I would like to ask you, what do you think the team needs to do to improve for the next game? And also, since it's better to do the mistakes now and not commit it when the Tokyo starts.
I mean, I think just in general, you can have all the game plan that you want. We're extremely well prepared as a team. Vlatko and his staff does an amazing job. And sometimes things change. Sometimes teams play a different way, or things just don't go that way, or you don't have, the juju that you normally do. during a game. And that's when you really need to kind of ground yourself. I think it's easy in a game like today to just get kind of caught in like, oh, those things aren't going our way, or, just kind of get caught in the flow of the game, when really it's like, make eye contact with someone, complete one pass, kind of like pull yourself out of it a little bit, because when we're in Tokyo, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be games where physically we're not at our best because we've just played, or it's really hot, or, a team switches up tactics, or we're just not playing well that day. So I think, individually, but really sort of collectively, we need to be able to understand what's happening in the moment very quickly and adjust. We can't just play one way all the time. And I think, the games that we've played kind of up until this point, we've pretty much been able to play the way that we want. Things have looked, pretty spot on to what Vlaco and the staff have prepared us for. And this one was a little bit different. I don't think we adjusted quick enough. Second half was a little bit better. I think we had a little bit more bite and a little bit more edge, and kind of took things into our own hands a little bit more. But I think that's probably the biggest thing, just on the fly, being able to adjust quickly and do something different, even if it's not something that we've talked about. We're all, world-class players, and, have the ability to read the game and know when something's not working. So we got to figure it out on the fly a little bit better.
Awesome. Meg Linehan, go ahead.
Just in terms of that problem solving, just spoke to Turner about that in a very similar fashion, and I think part of it is just going to come with time. But in terms of a game like this, obviously, expectations with this team have just been win, right? But what do you actually specifically get away from a game like this, where there are true challenges and true tests to problem solve your way through, and then bring that back into the team to get better?
I mean, I think in a game like this, you can just, look offensively, going forward. We're a team that likes to get into our rotations and, have, players, whether it's Crystal coming up the side or, Lindsay popping wide or whatever. And that really just wasn't going to work today. So then what do we do? I mean, obviously, like I said, we're really well prepared, but we're going to have to be able to assess what other teams are doing on the fly and then adjust to that. And I think we're, obviously excellent when, when it all looks the way that we think it's going to look and it's supposed to look. But I think they changed up their tactics a little bit, which made it really difficult for us. I don't think the adjustments that we should have made should have been as difficult as they were. And that's kind of the thing. I think we kind of try to do the same thing over again, trying to shove it up one side and, not realizing the space that we had in certain areas and exploiting that a little bit better.